What's going on? Got something new for Christmas. This is my new Christmas present from my better half. This is the DeWALT 20 volt max XR brushless framing nailer. My wife's, I've been telling my wife for months, if you're gonna get me anything, get me a new framing nailer. And she's like, why? How much is it? And I'm like, don't worry about it. I never wanted to tell her the price because this kit is around $500. So, it's a very expensive gift, and I didn't think she was going to end up getting it for me. It was kind of like a joke, but anyway, it's here. This kit comes with the charger, 30-minute charger, 45-minute charger, depends on what size battery you're charging. And I believe it comes with a 4 amp hour battery, not a 3 amp hour battery. I'm going to give you some specs on it. I'm going to give you, some of it in action. This is model number DCN692M1. It's going to be a pretty good addition to my workshop, to my business, and to all around helping me get done with jobs quicker and faster. I'm actually going to be using it in around 2 hours. I got to do some roof work, and I decided, hell, I'm going to use this one. So, all right, hold on, I'll get this thing out of the box. All right, so here it is out of the box. Never opened this before. This is live for you guys. Just want to show you what you get as soon as you open it up. Like, see, you get the nice DeWALT. It's a great box here. I mean, I'm sure you can drop this from 20 feet up, and it's going to protect your nailer. It's a real hard, durable plastic. Oh, and the case comes with a little lock. You can get your padlock or any kind of, combination lock. And if you want to lock this up, they let you. You're able to do that, which is a pretty cool feature. So, out of the box, here it is. I mean, here's some of the specs too. It does 3 1/2. That's the max. It'll do nails 3.5 inches long. From what I've read online, 3 inches seems to be the more realistic length. Not more realistic. It's going to do the 3.5, and they're going to go in all the way, most of them. But a lot of people that I've read is when you get to the 3.5 range, you're going to have to use your hammer a little bit to get them in there. With the 3-inch nails and the 3 1/4 inch nails, I mean, from what I've been reading, every single one of them is deep penetration into the wood or whatever you're using the framing nailer for. So, here's your instruction manual. Have the 1-800 number. They always put this up here, which is great. Before you return it, call this number. Because they want to see what's going on with the problems with it. And your battery. Maybe it is the 3 amp hour battery. Hold on. Focus in on that. Here's their 3 amp hour battery. So this looks like it's probably a 4. Alright, so you get a 4 amp hour battery with it. Yeah. Which is cool. So you're not getting a 5 amp hour battery, which I'm surprised with. You're spending $500 on a nailer, and excuse me, you're paying $500 for a nailer, and they're not giving you a 5 amp hour battery. A little disappointing, to be honest with you, DeWALT. Luckily I have a lot of these batteries, and I like to keep it light. A lot of people like these 5 amp hour batteries, these 4. I like the 2s and the 3s, because they're lighter. And, as long as you have 2 or 3 of them, you just switch them out and you're ready to go. But you get the 4 amp hour battery with it. yeah, so let's take this puppy out. Here's the charger. This is your normal charger that you get with any DeWALT, you know, impact driver, impact wrench, you know, hammer drill. Here's your battery. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my 3 amp hour battery out, because I know this battery is charged, because I do want to demonstrate it for you. Alright, so here she is out of the box. Great looking nailer. It's heavy though. Want to let you know that. You know, this is a framing nailer. It's not a finished nailer. It's not a brad nailer. You know, this is, you know, I'm very surprised that this nail gun is as good as it is. Now, I had never used it, but the reviews, and I've seen some videos on it of people raving about it. How DeWALT with a 20 volt battery is able to get these framing nails, you know, with this machine. With this, you know, a 20 volt battery, you're putting 3.5 inch framing nails into wood. I'm very shocked. But once you feel it, you kind of know, because this is heavy. You know, I've dealt with the Ryobi brad nailers and finish nailers. You know, this is a bit heavier than them. But I'm going to just put it over here. Now this has a brushless motor. I'm actually going to put the battery in it here. This is the battery. I didn't come with it, but it's charged, so I know it's going to work. But anyway, you know, pretty much, you know, what makes this great. You don't need a compressor. You know, it's not a pass load where you gotta, it runs off a battery and you have that little cartridge. This is simply a 20 volt battery, and man, you're ready to rock. Now, I hope this one is new. Yeah, it's new. It has a couple little marks on it. I noticed with the box was kind of beaten up, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, just pause 1 second. I'm going to go over the features with you, and then we'll see it in action. Okay, before I went over the features with you, I wanted to use it first. I was doing a job the next day, little roofing job. I put around 200 to 250 nails with this nail gun. Here's the case. It's a little messy with some wood debris. But, you know, like I said before, I went over all the features of it, kind of how to use it, how to load the nails. I wanted to use it first. Like I said, I put 200 nails through it. Worked amazingly. It really sunk in the nails. I mean, deep. Now, I only use 2 3/8 nails. So, I mean, at that size, if you're, you know, under 3 inches, I think this nailer is the bomb. I'm really looking forward to using some 3 1/4 and 3.5 nails, but for the job I was doing, I just used 2 3/8, and it sunk them and sunk them deep. It takes either clip nails or full head nails. You can use either one between 30 degree and 34 degree. The 2 3/8 for 30 degree. Just going to go over a couple of features. To load this nail gun, it's so simple. I mean, a 2-year-old can do it. You just pull down this lever here, and then it locks in. And here's the nails that I used. Like I said, but the only thing I want to tell you is if you go to a Home Depot store or a Lowe's, the only nails that you can use with this is the pass load nails. Now, I talked to the guy at Home Depot. He said the only nails that this nail gun will take is pass load. So, I mean, at the present time, I don't think DeWALT makes nails for this. I saw DeWALT nails there, but they were for, you know, the brad nails and finished nails. They don't have framing nails, which is kind of weird. You know, they make a nail gun, but they don't have their own nails for it, but whatever. So anyway, to put the nails in, real simple. You just pull this lever all the way down, like that. Kind of hard to do with one hand. This might be easier. And then it locks in. You take your nails, just like this, slide them in, all the way up, see they're locked in, let go, that's it, you're ready to go. So they go in from this area right here, like I said, simple. Just make sure this is locked in, push it down quick, and then to take them out, it slides down. Just like that. I'm going to go over it real quick one more time. Just for anyone who has a problem putting these in. It's so simple. So this is locked down. Just like that. You got to find the right angle. Slide them down. Let go. Boom. You're ready to go. Alright, so reason I'm doing this because some of the videos I saw, they didn't show how to load it, so I just wanted to let you know. It goes into the bottom, and there was no instructions with it really. Not that, I mean, everyone knows how to, you know, if you've have any experience with nail guns, you kind of know where they're going, but some people might be buying this that don't know how to load one. So that's how you load it, real simple. All the way down, put them in, pull it, it'll slide up and lock the nails in. Okay, so you got a couple great features on this. This is the store lever. If you ever have a jam, this will release the pin, so it'll be able to get that nail that's messed up in there. This will be able to release it, so then it'll fall back, it'll fall out. So this is the store pin, real easy to use. You just push it all the way up and the pin will go forward. I'm not going to do that now because I don't have a jam, but if you ever have a jam, this is the store lever. This will release the jam. You got two dummy marks right here, indicators. You got a battery indicator. This is going to tell you when your battery's dead, which is, it's cool that they have that on there, but the DeWALT batteries have a indicator right here that's going to kind of do the same thing, but it's cool that they have it here too. You never know. People bang these batteries up, mess them up, they get beaten up, all the time. This might break on one of your batteries. The battery might be fully functional, but this indicator might not work. So it's pretty cool that they still have it on here. And the other light is the jam. So this will tell you when you have a jam in this nail gun, which is great because a lot of them don't have that. And then you use the store lever here, and that will release the jam. So you got two little idiot lights, just to tell you if you can. This is a brushless motor, like I told you. This is just a cool little, since I was looking back there. It's a brushless motor. I'm sure I mentioned that in the first part. It's a little messy here. I was out in the mud with it. What else is cool? It has a safety switch right here. This is the safety. So if you push it in, it's locked. You can't pull the trigger. When you release it on this side, now you're ready to go. Alright, so it has a cool little safety feature, in case you got kids fooling around, or your wife who gets angry with you. She might want to shoot a nail at you. She probably ain't going to know how to operate the safety switch. But, alright, so what's also cool, by the way, this is 7.7 pounds, so it's heavy. It's a beefy nail gun, so, it's, I was using it with one hand yesterday, climbing up a ladder. It's heavy, but nothing that you can't handle. I mean, right here is like a little belt clip thing, and I'll show you this part here. This right here is the speeds. Now you can set it on either 1 or 2 is the speed settings. Speed 1 and speed 2. And it kind of tells you what speed to use here. You see that? So for nails 2 inches to 3 inches, you want to use speed 1. And for nails that are 3 1/4 to 3 1/2, you want to use speed 2. Now I had this on speed 2 yesterday, and let me tell you, it sunk those nails in deep. Now the only reason they kind of have these 2 speeds is because it'll burn less of the battery up. So I mean, that's really the only, you know, you kind of get more efficiency out of the motor when you put it on speed 1. You know, when you're using those nail sizes under 3 inches. But I had it on speed 1 with the 2 3/8. I didn't need to do it, but just to let you know, it doesn't do anything, you know, doesn't damage the nailer if you use speed 1. You know, it doesn't, you know, it's pretty much, it's just going to burn a little bit more of the battery up. But when I do the, I'm going to do a little demonstration with it, and I will shoot nails on speed 1 and speed 2, and we'll see if there's a difference with it. But, so, I mean, a lot of great features. I pretty much, loading this thing's a piece of cake. If you get a jam, you got the stall lever. It's going to tell you if you have a jam right here, and it's going to tell you if your battery's low. You also have it on your battery. Oh, and right here, this is a big important thing. This is either bump mode, because this nailer has a quick mode. It has a bump mode. Pretty much, you just slam the head right here, ba-boom, it'll go. It has the bump mode. A lot of these nailers, you know, I think the rigid, I don't know if the rigid one has the bump mode to it, but, you know, you can do up to 30 nails in 30 seconds in bump mode. If you leave it on just the regular trigger mode, the way I used it yesterday, you're going to do roughly 15 to 17 in 30 seconds. So, I mean, it's a real quick nailer, real powerful. If you guys who like bump mode, you know, I usually just use it on regular mode, but, you know, totally up to you. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. If you want to use it on bump mode, you just use this little switch here, and you do what I just said. You push it over there. You'll see the nails. There's 3 nails. That means you're kind of, you know, I think that means you're going quick. You want to do a bunch of nails in a faster way. And then if you leave it in regular mode, it just has 1 nail, because you're doing, you know, 1 at a time. So that's really it. Let's do a couple nails. Like I said, 2 3/8 nails is what I have it loaded with. I mean, it worked tremendously. I hope to use it with a little bit bigger nail, and when I do, I will definitely do a little update and maybe do a little demonstration with it. But let's get to the, let's see this puppy in action. Okay, so I got it all set up here. Like I said, I'm using the 3 amp hour battery. I'm not using the battery that came with it. Just didn't feel like charging it. I have 2 3 amp hour batteries already, you know, charged. So, all right. So here we go. What we're first going to do is we're going to use it in speed 1, and I'm not going to put that there. All right, I'm going to use it in speed 1, and I'm going to use it in regular trigger mode. Okay. Okay, you can come over. You see the depth, it's a little bit more shallow. I did one here, I'm going to do it again, but this is speed 2. As you see, speed 2, it goes down a little bit deeper, but actually, you might want to use it in speed 1, because this one went in a lot cleaner than the more powerful speed 2. So let me try another one in speed 1. Okay, see, just barely, it's perfect, to be honest with you, the depth. But speed 2 puts it a little bit deeper. Now you can also control the depth of each nail. That goes on right, right here. This is where you want to control the depth. Okay, I got it set at pretty much the factory setting. But if you have to put it in deeper, or you want it in, you know, shallower, this is where you would do that right here. So it's a pretty cool feature. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate it in bump mode. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in speed 1 because I kind of like that with these smaller nails, 2 3/8. And then we go back to this spot right on this side, and this is regular mode. So as you see, there's only 1 nail. We'll push it over. Now this is in bump mode. You'll see the 3 nails. When you can actually see the 3 nails, that's bump mode. Okay, and now with bump mode, as soon as this head right here hits the wood, it's gonna fire. So let's try some and see how it goes. And when you use bump mode, the trigger has to be engaged. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so as you can see, I just did 5 nails in pretty much 5 seconds. So they say you could do 30 in 30 seconds. I definitely believe that. So, you know, bump mode is a great feature if you're doing something real quick. You know, I mean, it's $500. It's not cheap. But if you look at the savings you're gonna have, I mean, the only other nailer I would have gotten besides this is the pass load. But with that, you know, it runs off a battery and it runs off those little cartridges. Those cartridges can get expensive. And, you know, the pass load, from what I heard, doesn't work that well when it gets really cold. You know, a lot of those gas ones don't work great when it's cold. That's what makes this such a great framing nailer. I mean, it can work in really any condition. I mean, I think DeWALT's technology in this is unbelievable. So, like I said, it's a great nailer. It ain't cheap, but I think in the long run, you're really going to make out well with this. I think DeWALT's technology is amazing, that they can put this kind of power with a little 20-volt battery and get the results that, you know, I mean, that I got here. I mean, these nails are all sunken in. And like I said, I used it yesterday. Put around 2 to 250. Every nail sunk in. I didn't have to bring out my hammer once. And, you know, if you're going to... This is not a nail gun that someone who uses a nail gun very, you know, sparingly should get, because it's very expensive. But if you know, if you're a professional, or if you're just, you know, a do-it-yourself guy who, you know, shoots a lot of nails and does a lot of building, does a lot of woodworking, you know, does some carpentry stuff, this will pay for itself. And, you know, I can't say enough good things about it. And, you know, any comments or questions, let me know. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, or you want me to go over anything else on it, just feel free to comment, and I'll see what I can do. Alright, catch you on the next one.